Hello everyone, my name is Rosa, and welcome to the first installment of Rosa's Unsolicited Manga Recommendations. Now, this is a series where I share my current manga favorites to an unknown audience. Now, for this episode, I will be talking about Yuji Kaku's Hell Paradise, Jigoku Raku. Now, this manga is about a ninja on death row named Gabimaru. He is notorious for having committed so many crimes in his lifetime, and he's only 16. Now, despite being sentenced to death, none of the Edo period death penalty methods worked on him. They actually tried splitting him in half, burning him alive, and just, cutting his head off. But it didn't work. You boys very pog for that, so yeah. Believing his love for his wife to be subconsciously keeping him alive, executioner Yamada Asaemon Sagiri offers him the chance to be pardoned of all his crimes by the shogunate, only if he finds the elixir of life on Shisenkyo. Now, Shisenkyo is a legendary realm recently discovered southwest of the Ryukyu Kingdom. However, in this adventure, he's not alone. Shisenkyo is kind of like the Bermuda Triangle. Many fleets were deployed to study the area and retrieve the elixir. However, no one came back alive. I mean, unless you could call this alive, then I don't know what else to say. The shogunate decided to stop wasting precious manpower and send a bunch of death row convicts on a wild goose chase hunt for a legendary potion. Now, each convict will be assigned to an executioner from the Yamada Asaemon family, and they can only win the pardon if they return with the elixir and their assigned partner. Now, one of the reasons why I love this manga is the art. Now, just look at the screen right here. I'm showing you right now a few manga caps that really caught my eye. Actually, I started reading the manga because of this particular manga cap right here. Now, it looks so surreal, and I was interested in the context behind it because, what the hell? If you see it, it's a guy in total ecstasy, and he's surrounded by flowers, dismembered, and he's on a boat. It just piques your curiosity, and it makes you wonder, what the heck happened to this guy? Like, what story does this picture have that led to this predicament? So yeah. Also, look at the covers. I mean, wow, the artistry behind it. Jesus. I really like the way the palettes really capture the personality of the characters. Like, I don't know, it just suits them. And it's so pretty. It's so nice to have on your shelf. Now, another reason is its plot. Now, I've read my fair share of manga. I've been reading since I was young. But Jigoku Raku has one of the most creative worlds so far. Throughout the story, as the characters delve deeper into the island, there were so many secrets to unravel. Now, as the story progressed, it became more than just getting an elixir. And just look at the type of monsters that they have to face. Each one is a mishmash of idols from various Asian religions. And on top of that, they have to deal with this godlike creature who seems very unbeatable. It's like, what? And now look at the forest. It contains many species that aren't even meant to coexist, so the island itself amplifies the mystery behind the elixir. Now, the third reason is its characters. Now, each character's backstory is so rich. Within 11 volumes, you get so much information and insight on everyone, and their motivations and personalities are so different from one another, and that's the best part. And you see how they kind of team up and how they complement each other. It's very fun. Also, the thing that I love most about the manga is that it really took time to kind of humanize each one of them, and it showed how despite their individuality, despite the fact that they all belong in different categories, specifically criminals and executioners, they all had this baseline thing that they can all agree on, and they're really just people, aside from the kind of labels that have been put on them. Underneath all that, they're people, and they're pushed to their limits to survive, and you see how they interact with the world, and it was just a very interesting thing to see all throughout the manga. Now, the final reason why I highly recommend this manga is its ending. As you all know, 2021 is the year of angst. There are so many anime mangas out there that are just heartbreaking. Like, now Jigoku Raku is kind of like that. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you, okay? You gotta know what you're getting into. And I'm telling you, it's kind of like that. But the ending is so satisfying. It made me very happy, and it was a beautiful way to wrap up the entire story. And when you get emotionally attached to the characters, and I'll tell you, you will. It's just, you're just gonna be so happy for them. Like, oh, wow, okay, this is gonna live in my mind rent free. And that's basically the reason why I keep rereading it. It's because of the ending, you know. I'm just so happy for them. So overall, I rate this book a 5 out of 5. Actually, most of the books I'll be recommending in this series are a 5 out of 5. It's basically it's also worth collecting too. It's definitely worth collecting too. Now, let me just give you a bit of a heads up about collecting this series. It's on the pricey side. It costs about 600 plus pesos per volume, depending on where you get it. I would say the range is 600 to 800, and your typical manga is usually 480 to 570. So it's on the pricey side. Although it's quite understandable. I mean, first of all, it's part of the Viz signature series, so I guess that adds a premium to it. And it's bigger than your usual manga, so I guess higher production cost? I will be listing down the stores below where you can buy it. You could also use my code Rosa50 for a discount. Char, okay, just kidding, I don't have that kind of influence on the anime community, although I wish. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time. Pick up Jigoku Raku, you won't regret it.